Alright, let's do a little bit more practice. Really, I don't have anything new to teach you if you watched the previous video, but what I want to do is basically just do this problem for you and see what we can do, just to give you some extra practice. Alright, I'm going to go through this quick. First thing I'm going to do, figure out the domain. The domain of this function is x cannot equal to 1 and x cannot equal to 3. You can tell so by looking at the denominator over there. That implies to me that my vertical asymptotes are at positive 1 and positive 3. So I'm just going to draw a vertical line here and vertical line here. Okay. My horizontal asymptote, well, that would be, let's see, I'm basically letting x go to infinity, and so on top, I don't need to FOIL that out. I just need to know that it's going to be x squared on top is my leading term, and x squared on bottom is my leading term. So I know that x squared over x squared is the same as 1. I think my horizontal asymptote is actually going to be at x equals 1. And, you know, I asked you that question, does it come this way, or does it come this way, or does it come this way, or does it come this way? See, all of those options approach that x equals 1 or y equals 1 horizontal asymptote. I'll tell you what, before I do that, why don't I figure out, why don't I let the y and x intercepts kind of tell me that answer. It will show you that really clearly and really easily. Alright, let's see. What is the x-intercept? Alright, well, the x-intercept is simply located where the y is equal to 0. So, or f of x in this case. So 0 is equal to x minus 2 over x minus 4 divided by x minus 1 over x minus 3. Now I can multiply this denominator up, and I have 0 times all that junk, which is still 0, and then I have all that junk times all the junk on the bottom, and that cancels itself out. So really I have 0 equals x minus 2 and x minus 4. Well, that occurs when x is equal to 2 or x is equal to 4. So my x-intercepts is at 2 and 4. I can actually tell, just by looking at this, how this graph is going to look. I'll tell you what, why don't I tell you what my guess is going to be, and then we'll see how close I get to it. I know that this thing is going to come from this side and go towards that vertical asymptote, or horizontal asymptote. I have a feeling that it's going to be coming this way like this, and then this thing is going to come down, and it's probably going to cross, I don't know where it crosses, but I know it's going to be a number, the y-intercept is going to be a number bigger than 1. Let's figure that out. What is the y-intercept itself? The y-intercept is when I plug in x equals 0, so f of 0. Well, that's simply negative 2 times negative 4 divided by negative 1 times negative 3. I just plug in x equals 0 into all of those, and that's what I get. So I have positive 8 over positive 3, which is 8/3, also known as, let's see, 3, 6, that's 2 and 2/3? Yeah, 2/3, which is 0.66. So 2.66. Yeah, hey, that's what I got. 2 points. Well, I told you it was a number bigger than 1. I know that the asymptotes, this vertical asymptote, is going to have a jump asymptote. What I mean by that is the x minus 3, which is the one that's giving us this vertical asymptote, is to an odd power. So I know that as this thing comes down, this thing is going to start from up high. And similarly, the one that's giving us the x plus 1 as an asymptote, the culprit is the x minus 1 over here, so that's also going to give us a jump because it's to the first degree. I'll tell you what, why don't I graph this thing and see what we got. I said that x equals 1 and x equals 3 is going to be this one. I said that y equals 1 is my horizontal asymptote. I'm just setting up my parameters, and then this thing right here, what was the graph again? It was x minus 2, x minus 4, 1 and 3. All right. X minus 2, x minus 4, 1, minus 3. Yep, there we go. That's the graph I got. See? It goes here, it goes here, and it goes here. And I was able to graph that by just looking at the x, y intercepts and also the asymptotes. I got exactly what I thought I would have. I think that's cool. In fact, if you look right here, it's 2.667. Didn't I say it was going to be 2.66? I know. I didn't say it's going to be 7, but if you go 2/3 and you just bring that up, then you can round that up to 2.667. Booyah!